Hello everybody. First of all, I would like to just say thank you so much to everybody who has helped me reach 10,000 subscribers. So, by popular vote, I will be talking about my favorite video games. I know a lot of people also wanted me to answer the Q&A, so the first part of this video will be my favorite video games, and in the second half I'll be answering some of the questions that were submitted. So I hope you enjoy this, and I will get started with my favorite video games. I guess I'll start off with my only N64 game. I tried to choose a few games from every system to make a variety, but for N64, and I know I've talked about this a million times, but my favorite N64 game is Ocarina of Time. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I am a huge Zelda fan, and I think anybody who's a Zelda fan can agree that Ocarina of Time is an amazing game. It was the first Zelda game that was 3D, and that alone was mind-blowing, and the music is fantastic, just like almost every Zelda game. And of course, the characters are amazing, the story, the gameplay. It was just really, really good for, again, 1998. And for anyone who's a Zelda fan, again, just something that's very nostalgic. So it was hard to choose. I love Mario games for N64. I mean, there's just so many classics, but this is the one that I would have to pick. Next, I will do GameCube because I only have one. GameCube was challenging too for me to pick because, again, there's a lot of good ones. And I have mentioned this game before in other videos, but Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door, has to be my favorite GameCube game. It is just, first of all, hilarious. The dialogue is so goofy, so funny, just so good. I replayed it a few months ago and was just enjoying it as much as I did the first time around. Here's the back of it. So, Skyrim has an amazing story. It's open world, so there's literally so much you can do. And I love the NPCs. I think they're so funny. They say some funny things. And what can I say? It's just one of those adventure games that you can get lost in. I have replayed it many times. It's just one of those games you can pick up and just find something else to do, even though you may have played it hours and hours already. So next, for Xbox 360, is another really good story-driven game. I wanted to choose at least one first-person shooter game. I don't play them as often anymore, but I used to. So my choice was between this and Dead Space, and I chose this, BioShock. So like I said, it's a first-person shooter, and it is set in a town called Rapture. It's under the water, and it is so cool, so fun. The first time I played it through, I was just so blown away at the ending and the twist that happens. And again, with a good story like that, it just makes the gameplay so much better. So check this one out. I know that this is on Switch now, so I do have the Switch version. I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's really good. It's just obviously updated graphics, and I believe it's combined, so it's the first, second, and third game all on the Switch version. I love the second game as well, so I recommend playing that if you haven't. And I do like the third one too. It's not my favorite, but all worth playing for sure. So I wasn't going to pick any games for Xbox One, but I was trying to again have sort of a variety to show. So this game really surprised me because I don't typically play co-op games at all. This was probably the first one I played in a really, really long time. So this game is called It Takes Two. And it is so much fun. If you want a game to play with your spouse, your sibling, whoever, this is your game. It is so creative. The graphics are so good. I felt like I was in the game when I was playing. It's just a really cool adventure, and you have to work together to solve all the puzzles. And the story is actually really heartfelt too. So if you're looking for a good co-op game, definitely pick this up. The first Switch game is Breath of the Wild. So Zelda Breath of the Wild is an open world game, and you can see Link on the cover. The graphics are literally beautiful in my opinion, and this game is just so fun. I think I've played maybe 300 hours at this point, and it's easy to play that much. There's so much to do, so much to see, tons of shrines with really cool puzzles. There definitely are over 100. I kept track of them on a spreadsheet to see which ones I finished, which was really helpful. But it just never got boring to me. The ending was okay. I didn't think it was that amazing, but I don't know, that didn't really matter to me because just the entire game was so fun. So I'm looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2, which will hopefully be coming out eventually. There's no set date yet, so we'll see. But fingers crossed it will be just as good as the first one. So the next game is an indie game, and it's called Spiritfarer. And I really love this game, again, because of the story. So you play as Stella, and there she is. And you are on a ship, and you are picking up basically these characters who have passed away, and you're helping them move on to the afterlife by completing certain tasks for them. It's very beautiful. Characters are really good and funny. You can build up your ship. You can see there, you can design it how you want with all of their houses. Beautiful animation, beautiful music. And I think my favorite thing about it is it's just no stress. You can do whatever you want, so you don't have to feel like you have to do every single side quest. You can kind of just pick what you want to do every time you play. And I like that the game comes with these stickers. You can see some of the characters here. Like I I said, the animation is really pretty. I think it also comes with, let's see here, some postcards, which is unique. So that's kind of cool. But like I said, I picked this up just because I saw a lot of people reviewing it, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, and here we are. It's one of my favorites. So I definitely recommend Spiritfarer. Now this next game, I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best game of all time, but it's super nostalgic to me because I was a huge Pokemon fan when I was younger. So Let's Go Pikachu was so fun for me to play. Just the graphics alone and seeing it look completely different than what I remembered on, Pokemon Red, for example, for Game Boy. Really just blew my mind. It was a lot of fun. All the characters that I remembered from the original games, and the same story I fell in love with. And I'll say too that I did play Pokemon Sword, which I also enjoyed. So you can pick that one up too if you like this one. I haven't played the new open world Pokemon game yet. Actually, let me know in the comments if you have. I get mixed reviews from everybody I talk to, so I haven't actually played yet. So yeah, always a Pokemon fan. And similar to that, I'll always be a Mario fan, so I have to say Super Mario Odyssey. I honestly think this might be my favorite Mario game of all time, which is saying a lot because I've played so many. This game, honestly, if you pick up any Switch game ever, I would say maybe pick this one up. It's really good for anyone to play, whether you have ever played a Mario game or not. You travel to different kingdoms, and in each kingdom there's plenty to do. So many things to do. So many things to collect if you're a completionist. The different kingdoms have really cool themes. So I remember there's a snow level, a beach level. One of my favorites is a level that kind of looks like New York City. It's just really, really fun. And I always recommend this, like I said, to anybody who just wants a game where you can have fun, not be super challenged, and just enjoy it. And the last game. So I just picked this one up about a month ago, I think, and it's already in one of my top games ever. So The Witcher Wild Hunt is so good. So I waited a while to play this game, only because I had never played a Witcher game before. I'd read the books years ago, I had watched the Netflix show, and I was kind of just dragging my feet with playing this, and I should not have. The voice actor for Geralt is perfect. The stories are so good. The music in the game is so good. Everything is just brilliant. And it's open world, so there is plenty to do. I honestly think, I'm not sure what game has a bigger world between this and Breath of the Wild, but maybe this one. And I know there are, that's right, there's 16 DLCs. So yeah, if you need a game to just play for the next year, maybe pick this up. But if you're a Witcher fan and maybe you're debating picking this up, I say go for it. I think the only thing that kind of bugs me about this game, and I'm sure others agree, is Roach, the horse. I don't know why they made it so weird that when you call him, you literally have to wait for him, or he's like stuck behind a tree and you have to go find him. They should have just made him appear. But my only complaint. Still a very, very good game. So that's it. Those are my top games as of today. I am looking forward to playing Lego Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan of the original movies, and I really look forward to playing that. So let me know if you've played it in the comments. And I'm also looking forward to the open world Hogwarts game that will be coming eventually. I think that looks cool. So always lots to play. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy any of the games I talked about today, or what your favorite games are. I would love to hear. So now I will move on to the Q&A. So I broke it up into 3 different parts. I got some questions about YouTube, ASMR, then just some general random questions, and then of course some video game questions. So I will jump right in. Alright, so now on to the questions. I guess I'll start with the few random ones I got. And I brought my water to make this feel more relaxed. If anybody knows what this is from, it's one of my favorite mugs. Alright, so if money were no issue, where would I travel to? So I would definitely do a 1-month trip and just go all across Europe. I think that it would be so neat to just see so many different cultures all at once and just eat really good food and just have fun and kind of get away from the everyday cycle of, work and everyday life. So that is what I would do. What genre of music do I like the most? So I like, kind of alternative music. My music style is the same style it was when I was 18. So it's listening to the old bands that I used to listen to on repeat. My favorite non-Zelda, non-Mario, non-Pokemon game on a Nintendo platform. So I guess right now I would have to say maybe The Witcher. Again, it's just really, really good. So there's my answer. So next is, what is the first game that made me become a gamer? So I remember playing, N64, PlayStation, all of those things, but I think the first game that really made me become a gamer, meaning I was obsessed, was probably, and I mentioned it before, Pokemon Red. I just remember playing for hours and not doing my homework, not doing anything, but I loved it. So definitely Pokemon Red. Alright, so up next is, what is my all-time favorite JRPG? So I would say Ni no Kuni. Ni no Kuni is so fun. It's a fantastic game, great story, great animation, and definitely recommend it if you've never heard of it. So this question, so somebody asked, are all the video games I show in the videos mine. So yes, my husband and I are actually video game collectors. We both have been separately our whole lives, and then obviously we combined everything when we got married, and we are still avid collectors today, so we're always searching for old games that we want to buy or find at thrift stores or yard sales, things like that, or new games. We both play a lot, and it's just like our hobby, I guess. Okay, so now I think it is the just YouTube ASMR questions. So, okay, the most popular question that I get asked every single day, whether it be a comment, a message, whatever. Why do I choose to hide half of my face? There's no secretive reason or anything crazy. It's just that that's what I'm choosing to do right now. Not showing my full face was something I wanted to do at the beginning. And then as I kept going and growing and continuing on with my videos, I just stuck with it. I don't know if I'll do this forever, but I know for right now, this is what makes me comfortable, and I'm happy doing it this way. Alright, so what made me want to start a YouTube channel and do ASMR? So, my husband had been telling me to do ASMR for years, and I always ignored him. I actually had another YouTube channel that I did a few years ago, which I don't do anymore. It was just actually reading children's books, not ASMR style, just reading them. So it was something that was fun at first, but just kind of drifted away from. So then last year, I was just brainstorming, and I thought, maybe I'll finally listen to him and just film a video. And I did, and it was my first video game store roleplay, and I honestly loved it. I felt very at home. I felt very relaxed myself filming the video, and I kind of just felt like that was the right thing for me to do. And that kind of ties into the second question and the other question I got, which is, how long have I been a fan of ASMR? So the reason I chose ASMR for my channel is also because I've been a fan for probably about 5 years now. I had always known what ASMR was, but I just never watched it. And then I started to, because my husband had been listening to it for, I think it's been like 10 years now. And so I kind of listened to them in the background when he was listening. And I started doing my own research and fell in love with it and kind of found the type of ASMR that I enjoyed. That leads into the next question, my favorite ASMR. It is British soft spoken. So my favorite ASMR artists. So this is a really tough question. I watch ASMR every single day for many hours a day, and there are so many I enjoy. But right now, if I'm thinking of British soft-spoken, I guess it would be Sophie Michelle. I love her role plays, I love her voice. Lottie Loves, again, really good role plays, beautiful voice. Whispers Audio. She has been one of my favorites for a really long time. Her voice is amazing, and her role plays are also amazing. And SRP. So SRP does a lot of eye exams, medical role plays. But like I said, honestly, every ASMR artist could be my favorite because I think everybody is so talented in the community and everybody has their unique spin on ASMR. So my last question is, what do I hope to do in the future with my channel? So right now it is to just keep learning. I have a very basic setup, basic lights. I use my phone to film, basic backdrop. Everything's just very simple. I don't have a lot of space to work with, so for right now, this is what I have. So I would love to eventually have a little bit more, be able to maybe do different types of backdrops, have different lighting, things like that, have a camera. I know what it feels like to have those channels that you can go to and know that you can be at peace when you listen to them. So I hope that I can do that for some of you. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this channel. I appreciate your support every single day, and I always look forward to connecting with you. So feel free to follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you haven't already. I don't post too often, but I'm trying to get better at it. So thank you again, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.